Going on to our next activity in lab is going to be shouted out. This is a mobile enabled activity. So students with any type of device that can get on the web, so be it a phone, tablet, iPad, laptop. So as long as they get on the internet, they can participate in this activity. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and add this activity. And I pick my theme. So I want, and what we mean here by theme is, do I want things to be arranged randomly? So it's just kind of a one topic board, or do I want to categorize sort these? So maybe we are working on that nouns, verbs, or maybe we're going to insert pictures and we're going to talk about different pollutions or things of that nature. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a range randomly. I'm going to hit next. Do I want the students to be able to do text or images? So are they going to be able to type their responses up, or are they going to throw pictures onto the board? How many contributions per student? So I'm going to leave it at 3 now. I'm going to show you how to change that in just a minute. And display contributors' names. Do I want to see who put it up on the board, or do I want to leave it so other students can't see it? As the teacher, you're going to see in a second that I will be able to tell who put what up there. But for the time being, I'm going to put this off because we don't necessarily maybe want other students to know what other students put on the board. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next. And I can put those game components that we talked about before, but I'm going to leave that one off just for this one. Go ahead and hit finish. It's going to create the activity. And now what we need to do is, yet again, we can see here, display contributor's name on or off, how many device or how many contributions per device, and display the trash can on or off. So we got our trash can in the upper left-hand corner. So as a teacher, do we want to be able to throw a response away, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and start this activity. Once it's started, you're going to direct your students out to classlab.com. And then this is the ID number that they're going to put in. So I have a window here. I have taken out, we've gone to classlab.com. So you'll see it takes us here. So our activity ID is 886948880 in this activity. And then we have the student put his name. So Mike. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to join this activity. You'll notice over here on the right-hand side that I'm now listed. So we say pin. It's going to be a shape for each student, a different color, abbreviation of their name, who the student is, and how many times they've contributed. So in this case, I'm going to talk about Illinois. You know, maybe we're going to do prior knowledge. So what do I know about Illinois? I know Chicago's in Illinois, and I'm going to send that response. You know, so I have 2 responses left. You know, maybe around Chicago, we also have Navy Pier. And Illinois or Chicago is known for pizza. Well, actually, since this is about Illinois, we'll say Springfield. And send responses. Okay, you've sent all my responses available. But as a teacher, I can pause this activity. And maybe I can up that to 5. And I can go ahead and resume. So when I come, it automatically is letting that student add more responses. So since we are talking about Illinois, we'll add Lincoln, and we'll go from there. And you can see all my responses are going up on the page. These can be moved around. You know, as we said before, maybe, like I said, we're talking about that idea. Well, this was really talking about Illinois and not necessarily Chicago. So Navy Pier, even though it's in Illinois, maybe is more associated with Chicago. So maybe I want to delete it. So I just bring it up there. You sure you want to delete it? Yes. Okay. Now, as a teacher, normally I would click on this button over here, kind of hide that out of the way. I just left it open so you could see what would happen. You know, in this case, like I said, other students in class don't know who responded to what. But as a teacher, maybe after the activity's done, or maybe someone went up on the board and I want to see, hey, who put up that great idea? What I can do here is where it says display contributor's name, I can turn that on. And it shows me who it is, shows me the pin. I can associate and I can turn that back off. So we can turn that on and off as the activity's going. Same thing with the trash can. We can have that turn on and off. And like I said, you just have to pause for contributions per device. So that right there, that is an activity to deal with just a randomness, but, maybe we want to do that category. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and add a new page. I'm going to go back to lab, and I'm going to go ahead and add, shout it out back again, but I'm going to do categories this time. So we're going to go next. And for maybe the categories, let's, keep this simple for this case. We're going to go back to our even odd example. And I want the students to put even and odd numbers up on the board. Yet again, all the same options, text, images, how many contributions, and display student's name, the gamification pieces. We're going to let it finish. But now I'm going to go ahead and start this activity again. And yes, I want to start it because it's saying, hey, there's another activity running right now, but that's fine. I'm going to start this one. But really what I want to show you here, what's kind of cool, is when now a student, it's you can't send a response to this activity's ended, but when I hit OK, it immediately takes me into the new activity. So as a teacher, you keep adding these activities. The students don't have to log out and log back in. They're already staying logged in. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and type the number 1. I select my category, and that's an odd. So I'm going to send that response, and maybe let's do 2, and that's an even. And so when I go back to the page, there's my responses. So that is the super sort. This is taking the place of extreme collaboration that used to be a feature that we had before, but now it is shouted out inside of Lab.